ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to know where your favorite driver is finishing up here today, or where he or she will be for the rest of the season here next couple of weeks, you can do that on the state side, going to www.wtpapool.com and tab off on standings, results, and upcoming events. Side of your favorite driver pull off in September. It's right now, ladies and gentlemen, Schwartz, Hickston, Wisconsin, and Bessie. There we go, forward face, good solid hook. Whoa, let's see. Whoa. Coming in, there's the second. 343.75. That puts him at the top of the list, puts Ben Ford down to second, 319.260. Derek Howard will go to third with that 316.440. And Jack Peters down to fourth place, not having the day that he wanted, 148.705. Coming up next, he leads the point standings in the WTPA. And right now, unofficially third in Region 3 in the 2-6, and that is Ray J. Rent out of Medford, Wisconsin, and the Wicked White Knight. Ray J finishing second last night in Loyal for that WTPA event in the 2-6. And Ernest Schwartz finished seventh last night. Ladies and gentlemen, I was talking about the Andrew, the 38th annual co-op, 101st Andrew co-op Weyauwega, as every 2025 Grand National Championship will be settled on the twin tracks of the Champaign County Fairgrounds in Urbana, Ohio, on Saturday, September 13th. First session will be the top 5 point earners in each of the 13 Grand National divisions. And then at 7 o'clock, over 40 regional national champions. With the top earners, regions 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, Ray J. Rent Medford, Wisconsin. What do you think, Dodge fans? Or should I say, what do you think? For another good solid run. He has been at the top of the list for a couple of years. Championship. 356.905. So the numbers keep growing. That'll put Schwartz down to 7. 5, 10, 4. We'll go to third, 19.260. That is your Case IH Enderley Fuel Injection O'Reilly Auto Parts Cowtails unofficial top 3 here so far in this 2.6 Pro Street Diesel class. But as I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, there has been a change in the order of how they're going to do it at the Enderley. Originally, it always was the regional nationals would start at 5, and the Grand National would start at 7. This year, they are flipping the time frame. So at the 38th annual Enderley, the first is going to be the Grand National. The top 5 points earners in each of the 13 Grand National divisions will start at 5. And then 7 or shortly after, over 40 regional national champs from regions 1, 2, 3, and 4 will vie for the Enderley glory across the 12 spectacular classes. That's the Enderley pull-off, September 13th. You know, ladies and gentlemen, racing in heavy-duty engines require filters that can withstand tough conditions. Wick filters are the gold standard, proven to take whatever you can dish out. Wick's filters, experienced engineers, are responsible for hundreds of patents, staying ahead of the ever-changing automotive industry. Lower long-term cost, extend maintenance intervals, and protect vital engine parts with Wick filters. Wick filters, proud sponsor of the National Tractor Pullers Association. So coming up next, after we get done with the Pro Street Diesels here this afternoon at Weyauwega, we're going to go in with the modified minis. The modified minis also will be part of the Steiner Tractor Parts Region 3. They have one more event, and that will be Team Ridgeland to decide who will be the champion there. Adam Krumholtz out of Mondovi, Wisconsin. And the Renegade. 356.905 is your leader. turbines loaded up with weights shut down. Once that transfer gets all the way to the top, 100% of the weight goes to that drawbar. Adam needs to do is get a little more speed. He got himself caught. But not a bad run. 26.215. That'll put him right now into third. Puts Ben Ford down to fourth with a 319.260. Derek Howard, Wasted Wages, will go down to fifth. But your leader still remains Ray J. Rint, and then Ernest Schwartz right now unofficially in second place. Okay, so if you go to the top, go to top five, and then the rest of them, then just put them on top, put them together with that clip, and then I'll just keep the top five in the stones. Hot Shot Secrets is the number one fastest growing automotive lubricant manufacturer in the United States for a reason. They engineer high quality products that actually do what they say. See the entire line of products at hotshotsecret.com. Products also available nationwide at automotive retailers, farm and ag stores, truck stops, and more. That is Hot Shot Secrets. Noah Kaufman coming up next. Out of Baronet, Wisconsin, in the machine he calls America. Comes in here Steiner Cup Region 3 point standings. And that's going to be it. Noah Kaufman. Baronet, Wisconsin. Going 3-5. Noah right now officially third. Well, we got a Dodge right at the top of the list. Ray J. Rent. In his 220 or his 2000. Noah Kaufman will go to third with his Ford. Like I said, we're ready for the next couple of weekends. Jim Falls next Saturday night. Profar, Super Shot four-wheel drive trucks. Pro Street Diesel G6. Very truck Saturday night. And the modified finish. Plus more will be in Jim Falls. And Wisconsin. Limited pro stock for one. Good sounding run of that 1993 Dodge later and up precision. Scales line, Illinois. Bump people out of third. That'll put Quinn Bader right now in third. 3-0. Ray J. Ritz still at the top of the list. Ernest Schwartz in second. Clint Bader, you will go to third. Noel Kaufman to fourth. Adam Krumholtz to fifth place. We talk about Steiner Tractor Parts and Supply. Well, they are. They are a proud corporate sponsor, or circuit sponsor. Regions 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the National Tractor Pullers Association. Steiner Tractor Parts has been serving our customers with new parts for old tractors since 1977. We sell parts for a wide range of tractors, including Alice Chambers, Case Ford International, Farmall, John Deere, Massey, Minneapolis Moline, and Oliver. Our service team is always ready to lend a helping hand, and our warehouse staff works hard to ship most orders the same day. Steiner Tractor Parts and Supply, proud circuit sponsor for Regions 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the National Tractor Pullers Association. So coming up next, it's the current leader right now in the point standings. Out of Colfax, Wisconsin, he calls it utter outlaw. It's Nicholas Jensen. I was wondering there for a second if he was going to be driving off, but it looked like he had to get that up locked in. Nicholas Jensen, right now your current leader, officially coming in here tonight, this afternoon for Weyauwega in Region 3. One of the most important things for these drivers is making sure that they got that machine straight. Nope, there is no play in that chain. It's nice and snug for they start competition. Ready? One on each hand. The light is on. Can he keep the top of the list in the point standings? Colfax, Wisconsin, Nicholas Jensen, utter outlaw. Well, what he did is he kicked that right side, started out center, and ended up on the left side of the track. A little bit more than everybody has here this afternoon. But you're going to see that. Somebody's going to take a chance. And then if he does really good, guess what? They're all going to follow. Now, you probably noticed, ladies and gentlemen, they start wherever on the start line. Well, they can. What they do when the equalizer moves off the start line, the next team representative will then set the cone, and then when the equalizer is finished, he will center his machine on that cone. So watch the equalizer when he makes his move down there. He will center where the cone is right now, and that's where they will start. So Nicholas had an idea. He put himself into second place with a 349.865. But Ray J, you're still at the top of the list. And Ray J knows. Ray J knows very well that Nicholas has done pretty good, very well in Region 3. You know, Region 3, ladies and gentlemen, they only get a few chances. Some classes only get three hooks a year for the chance to qualify to be the Region 3 champ. And so you can't waste no time. Looks like coming up next, it's going to be Leroy Hirschberger out of Fenimore, Wisconsin. Probably 50, 60 miles north of 61. He calls this machine the wife's nightmare. Now you're probably wondering too, ladies and gentlemen, what those white lines out there. Those white lines are pretty important. I call it the playground for the drivers. You have to stay within those two white lines. If for some reason drops that is Leroy Hirschberger, Fenimore, wife's nightmare, 356, 905, your leader. 329.530. That'll get Leroy into the top 5. So a good hook there, but Ray J, you're still at the top of the list. Nicholas Jensen second. Ernest Schwartz right now unofficially in third. Clint Bader, and then Leroy Hirschberger to give you that top 5. Oh, okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, calling out all NTPA fans. You want to witness the raw power and deafening roar of the engines and the incredible skill of the drivers. Full Pull Live is your ticket to the front row. We're bringing the intensity of the Grand National pulls directly to your screen with upgraded HD viewing, exclusive interviews, and expert commentary that'll make you feel like you're right there in the pits. For just $39.99 a month, you can get a season's pass for all the action. Join the Full Pull Live community today at fullpull.live. Well, a lot of exciting events coming up, both at the Grand National and regional events to end the seasons. But not only there, but to watch the Enderley, the All-Star event. So a few events. A lot of exciting events for the end of the season where the points are close and staying close here to the end. Jim Jensen will be the last entry here in this 2-6. Waupaca, Wisconsin, Jim Jensen, and Milk Money. He comes in here tonight 7th, officially in the point standings for Region 3. Finished 4th last night in Loyal. Had a good night there. Modified minis coming up next. You want to reach into your pocket and find out what. Protect those ears. Right now, our last competitor in the 2-6 here at Weyauwega, Jim Jensen, Milk Money. Good run for Jim Jensen out of Colfax. Same route as what is Nicholas. We'll get you how they finished up here in this 2-6 class. .348 run, yeah, 348.415. That got the Jensens in second and third to finish here this afternoon. All right, so this is how they finished up in this Steiner Tractor Parts Region 3 Class Pro Street Diesel 2-6 here at Weyauwega. Finishing 11th, Jack Peters in his Till You Can't. Finishing 10th, Derek Howard and Wasted Wages. 9th was Ben Ford and Shameless Hooker. 8th was Adam Crumrolls, the Renegade. 7th was Noah Kaufman and America. 6th, Leroy Hirschberger and his wife's Nightmare. 5th, Clint Bader, tough decisions. Fourth, Ernest Schwartz and Bessie. Third, Jim Jensen, who just finished up with Milk Money. Second was his son, Nicholas Jensen, Utter Outlaw. And your champion here this afternoon, Ray J. Rent, Medford, Wisconsin, and the Wicked White Knight. Let's give them a big round of applause, huh? Good job. All right, so they're going to switch on the eliminators here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. They'll pull the equalizer back and then put the Track Patrol Mini for the modified minis. Put a smaller version of the eliminator out there on the track. Our first competitor, test puller, will be Logan Peisig, Stetsonville, Wisconsin, in Aftermath. Ladies and gentlemen, every Wednesday night at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, gather the family for the NTPA Championship Pulling on RFT TV by Case IH. Now in prime time, season 20 of the National Tractor Pullers Association Championship Pulling anchors RFT TV's new supercharged midweek lineup of shows meant to appeal horsepower chasers. Set the dial for Championship Pulling, Two Guys Garage and Truck U for a full night of competition, do-it-yourself projects, and performance vehicle features. Logan Peisig coming up first for the modified minis here at Weyauwega. My. How sweet it is. That's horsepower times 100. 575 cubic inch, ladies and gentlemen. Supercharged, your liking. Putting out anywhere near the vicinity of 3,000 plus horsepower. Logan Peisig, 348.185, and it looks like he's going to keep it. He comes in here tonight second unofficially in the point standings, 4 out of first. And as I said, they got one more opportunity after they leave here today. Next weekend in Ridgeland.